Greetings my saplings. Alright, so in today's video, I have a ton of updates for you. So basically, this is a new segment on the channel that I created like last week or so. I've decided to call it Sneaker Updates. Essentially, it's just a bunch of little updates that I've gathered when it comes to like a bunch of different shoes, whether it's Yeezys, Off-White and Nike shoes, Jordans, all bunch of stuff. Don't worry, we got so much to talk about. I just throw in all the info that I could find into one video, and perhaps I'll make this a weekly series or something like that. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see this once a week, something like that. Also, if I miss out on any updates, of course, this is a community, guys. So if you'd like to leave a comment down below involving something that you found on your own, that would definitely be appreciated by not only me, but everyone else perusing the comments. But anyway, with that out of the way, why don't we jump to the first update? So the first update revolves around the ACRONYM Prestos, which were initially supposed to release on August 8th. However, then they were pushed back because of the Air Max Deluxe Skepta. They were pushed back to the 7th. Now, they're pushed back again, but now they're actually pushed to a further date. They are going to be now releasing on September 20th, all three colorways. Now, before we found out that these actually got pushed back to September 20th, there was a surprise drop for these. It was the same way they did it for the Serena Williams and Off-White and Nike shoes. So essentially, all you had to do was scratch off what was wrong with the shoe. So for instance, with the Serena Williams 97s, you had to scratch the tag. When it came to these, you had to scratch basically most of the designs on the shoe because it looked like the original pair of ACRONYM Prestos that released in 2016, and you had to scratch it with your finger to make it look like the pair that's releasing in 2018. After you're done scratching it, you have to stop scratching and then start scratching again. I think I circled it. I don't really think it matters. I think you just have to start scratching again. But I'm mostly mentioning this just because I could definitely see Nike doing this way more in the future. So whenever they release like informative pages, like about behind the design, anything like that, just look for some images that might have something wrong with it and just give it a shot, guys. Just try scratching, and if some red lines start appearing, you guys know what to do. Just keep on scratching whatever's wrong with the shoe. Now, one thing that you will notice after you do this is that a really cool video plays. However, when you're actually trying to cop some of these really hyped shoes, you know that they go quick. There's a little X in the top left corner of the video. You could click that and you skip the video. I want you guys to obviously do this when it comes to the more hype drops, but in the meantime, I could show you like a part of the video.
Populating human consumer markets, Fall 2018. Presto Corporation.
Infinite human potential.
If you want to see the rest of the video, feel free to check it out on the Nike Sneakers app or on the website. I just don't want to show too much of it because of copyright issues. But again, for the future, don't watch the video when you're in a rush or whatever. Just click the X in the top left corner and try to buy them as fast as possible. Of course, not many of us were able to cop off of this, so for those of us, we will have to wait for September 20th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. It will be a Leo drop, so it appears as a first come, first serve, but like most drops that we've been seeing lately, it will be sort of randomized, so just get in as many accounts as possible. Of course, there's also going to be lots of raffles, lots of first come, first serves. Don't worry, guys, I have your back when it comes to all these store lists and whatnot, so just subscribe and turn on post notifications so you're 100% updated when it comes to this stuff. Moving on to the next update. This just came out today and I really wasn't expecting it actually. It looks like all three Holy Festival human races will be restocking tomorrow, September 1st at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. If you happen to be watching today's video after September 1st, I'll leave a time mark right here that you could skip to in case it's obviously after September 1st and you might not really care about what's going on. But anyway, at 10 a.m. Eastern Time for a retail of $250, we will be seeing all three Holy Festival human races restocking. Not only that, we also see that all the solar NMD human races are also releasing. So when you go to the product page for any of these shoes and you use Google Chrome's feature that allows you to view the page source, we can see that these will be a waiting room product, which means that it is going to be randomized, which in the end means that we are going to be able to use the multiple people jig when it comes to this job. If you guys are unfamiliar with the multiple people jig, you just make a bunch of different Chrome users, open up one tab on every single Chrome user, because Adidas does track cookies rather than IP addresses, so this will increase your chances a lot. Now, no matter what colorway you want, it doesn't really matter which waiting room you're on, because I believe once you get let in, you then are able to select the colorway and then select the size. Also, guys, these are definitely going to be extremely limited, not only because this is just a restock, but these are rather limited sneakers, so expect to get a lot of errors. Again, it has nothing to do with the multiple people jig. Some errors that you might expect might be a security identified page. All you got to do here is clear cookies and data on that specific Chrome user, and then when it comes to the processing request error, all you got to do is create a new tab, copy and paste the link, and X out the old tab. It's that simple, guys. Of course, you're going to get a lot of adding to cart errors. Unfortunately, though, there's nothing we can really do about this. This is what happens after a couple of minutes have went by during this release, so expect a lot of these errors, guys. I might actually go live tomorrow, so let me know down in the comments below if you would like to see that, because, you know, I love live streaming with you guys. Now, regarding resale predictions, because I know a lot of you guys are asking, when it comes to any of these shoes, whether it's the Solar or the Holy Festival of Human Races, all 6 of these, I would not suggest getting any of them for resale purposes, except for the black and purple Holy Festival Human Race. This is really the only shoe that consistently, when it comes to any of the sizes, I think you'll be able to profit, because $250 is definitely a hefty price, and I know in some states you actually do have to pay heavy tax when it comes to these. So when it comes to the other colorways, I would not suggest getting them for resale purposes at all. Just go for personal wear. Now, moving on to the next update, the Nigel Sylvester Jordan 1. The reason is we have a confirmed date for these. There was always the possibility that these may shock drop, but luckily today we did get the product page for these. So at 10 a.m. Eastern time, tomorrow on the 1st of September, we are getting these via a Leo drop. The reason it's a Leo is because it doesn't say draw opens at 10 a.m. Eastern time in the top left corner. If it did say that, obviously it would be a draw, but in this case, it's going to be a Leo drop, which essentially means it appears to be as a first come first serve drop, but I want you guys to get in as many accounts as possible within the first 4 minutes, because then Nike will randomly select whose payment to take within that time. I would definitely even suggest using accounts with email addresses that have a +1, +2, or +3 right before the @gmail.com. The whole reason we do this is so we can make multiple accounts with the same email address. All emails from Nike will go to that main account, but Nike sees it as a different email address. The reason I can guarantee that that works is simply because on my second account that I used for the JTH drop, I actually did manage to cop them off of. So since that email did have a +1 in it, I can guarantee you guys that when it comes to any other email addresses with a +1 or +2, you shouldn't really have a problem. Also, for the Nigel Sylvester ones, they did also do a sneakers pass today, but unfortunately, like always, it just was immediately reserved. You really just had no chance if you were going manually. If you want more info and all the first come first serve store lists for these, definitely check out my How to Cop guide before it's too late. Now moving on to the next update, September 13th for $180, we have 4 Undercover and React Element 87s releasing. So I could definitely say that these shoes, despite a retail of $180, they are going to be profitable. Don't sleep on them if you want them as a personal pair. I will definitely be making a How to Cop guide for these as we get closer to the 13th when store lists and raffles pop up, so definitely subscribe and turn on post notifications if you happen to be new. Now moving on to some smaller updates, Kith actually had a raffle on their app for the LeBron and Kith closing ceremonies. It was a 1-hour draw, and it was only because they had fraudulent orders or something like that from the last raffle that they did. Now the only reason I'm mentioning this is because evidently this raffle is closed. The main reason I'm mentioning it though is simply because Kith is definitely going to do a lot of this stuff in the future, so I would recommend downloading the app if you haven't already. But now moving on to the next update, I'm sure this is something that many of us have been waiting for many, many years. The Concord 11s will be re-retroing again. I know, guys, a lot of us already knew this was going to happen. Rumors have been going around forever, but it looks like the date for these will be December 8th. Retail should be $220. Now, this is crazy because this is the first time they're retroing since 2011. It's been a long time, guys. I'm excited to get my hands on a pair, but I wanted to ask you guys for your opinion. Are you guys satisfied with the high cut patent leather and the 45 on the back? I personally really do like the high cut patent leather. Not so fond of the 45, but you know, Michael Jordan did wear that number, so it's fair, I guess. Let me know what you guys think about the shoe, though. Also, if you were wondering, there's supposed to be about 1 million pairs or so, maybe even more for these, so they're definitely going to be widely available. Don't stress on getting your pair. It's going to be very easy. Also, don't try to resell this shoe, guys. We got a closer look at the Mauve 700, if I even pronounced that correctly. Anyway, it's dropping this fall for around $300. I believe it's going to drop in November, but I'm not 100% on that. that. Moving on, it looks like the Wave Runner 700s are basically confirmed now because they have been spotted arriving at retailers. Now, if you're wondering how can you tell from this picture, Keith, well, it's very simple. All you got to do is look at the product number that's on the box, and that does match up with the product number for the Wave Runner 700s. Moving on to some more Yeezy news, we got some glow-in-the-dark Yeezy 350s. Now, this is some big news, and at first I was a little skeptical if these were actually going to drop at all. I thought maybe Kanye was just joking around, but then Kim tweeted out something pretty interesting. She essentially tweeted out that Kanye was on the phone with her and he said, "Oh, don't worry, I'm definitely going to be making them." Of course, nothing's confirmed. They might not be able to find the right materials to do this, but if they do, this is definitely going to be a really unique shoe, especially to wear at night. Let me know what you guys think about these Yeezy 350s that glow in the dark. I think they're pretty cool. You guys know me, I like the shoes that stand out and that are loud. So hopefully we do end up seeing a confirmed release date for these in the future. Of course, I'll keep you guys updated on that. Moving on, we have another Super Bowl exclusive Bape and Ultra Boost collab. The first one we saw was all camouflage. Now this one looks like it's going to be all black, but it has that camouflage pattern. Moving on, it looks like we have confirmed pictures of what the Yeezy 500 Salt will look like. I believe that the Yeezy 500 Salt will be releasing in November for $200. According to Yeezy Mafia, the colorway is supposed to be almost identical to the Moonrock color, which honestly, I think that would be pretty unique to see. At least from the pictures, what I'm seeing though, they look pretty close to the blushes. Moving on, we got some more closer looks. So it looks like we have some more potential Cactus Jack Jordan 4s. First of all, we got a purple pair, and then it looks like we also have a green pair, both of which do not have confirmed release dates as of now, but I don't know. I'm really hoping we do see something. Just for me though, I think the blue colorway still is my favorite. Let me know what you think though. Moving on, we got a closer look at the off-white All Hallows Eve blazer. Definitely here in these pictures, you can see that there's many more details on the shoe that we may have missed before. This is a shoe I'm excited for. Now, I'm definitely hoping to get some closer looks at the Grim Reapers as well, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. And finally, for the last update for today, we have the Supreme and Nike SBs releasing on Nike sneakers, I believe on the 7th. Now, if you guys recall, on Thursday, they dropped on Supreme. They kind of sat for a little while. There wasn't really much demand on them, but if you happen to like them, I would suggest just trying to cop them. I do see these potentially selling out, but definitely do not get these shoes to resell them. But anyway, that will conclude today's video, so feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed, or if you perhaps learned a thing or two. Also, big shout out to all my sources, the J23 app, Modern Notoriety, Pirates, Yeezy Mafia, and Soleil. Shout out to them. Also, if you happen to be new, subscribe and turn on post notifications to stay 100% updated when it comes to any hype sneaker at all. With that though, have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you guys later, and good luck tomorrow on September 1st. I might just be live streaming. I'm not sure yet though.
You always tell me where you should be stepping. Using your shoe like a size 12 weapon. Get your foot off my foot. Ah.
Get your foot off my foot. Yeah.
Now I can't run and I can't walk. You hit me so hard I don't want to talk. Get your foot off my foot. Ah.
Get your foot off my foot. Yeah.
Why are you always in my way? Knocking me over every single day. Get your foot off my foot.